Hello and welcome back to Lost Odyssey. I'm Chocolate Milk, and right now we are just going to start raiding the hut. As you recall in the last video, we made it to the hut to rest because Jansen was bitching about it. So there's some stuff to grab in here. Got some pots to raid. Ooh, another seed. Right, I think that's it for down here. Now if we go upstairs, we can actually raid some more stuff up here. On this bed here, if you examine this lamp, it'll shine upon an item on the ground. So pick that up for the spell shield. That bookcase is just something to read. So we're gonna go to bed, and then we'll see some dialogue here, or a cutscene rather. Kaim doesn't really look like he's having a very pleasant sleep over there. But I guess that explains things if he's having some really terrible nightmares going on.
Listen, if either Kaim or Seth seem like they're starting to regain even a fragment of their memories, use this.
What is it?
I don't know about this Gongora or this Jansen guy. They both seem a little rotten.
Oh, hi. I couldn't sleep. I'm usually exercising, sparring with people, and I work out a lot before I...
Was that
But
all?
he is sneaky.
Was what all? About what?
You know
I mean,
what I mean.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?
I will give him that. But anyways, at least he didn't use whatever he was going to use on us. And that's about it for that. Now if we go back downstairs, we can actually leave here. So Seth will just tell us that we're almost at the peak. And once we leave, we're actually going to get some really interesting cutscenes that are back in the city of Aura. So if we start walking, we can pick up an item. And then we'll get a weather forecast here.
The air feels humid.
Well, it's not going to rain. I know the weather. I have a sense about these things. And the sun's going to break through any second, and you'll be peeling off the clothes. Trust me. Oh, great. It's raining. What I said.
And it
It's
starts
gonna
pouring
rain. I
on
knew it.
us.
Man.
And then it cuts right to the castle in the city of Aura. And as we can see here, we have our friend, Mr. Tolton, sitting at a long table by himself. Poor guy. I love how he's like a prince and they're bringing him soup. You know, you usually get the kind of stereotypical like whole table full of food and stuff, but whatever.
Oh, Lord Gongora, please wait.
He doesn't get to eat his delicious soup, his delicious bachelor soup.
Gongora, what are you doing?
A moment, please.
Because Gongora needs to feed his mouse.
What is going on, Gongora? Answer me. The council has placed you under house arrest.
Behold.
No, not really. The soup was bad. Even the mouse thinks it's bad. Oof, that is one terribly made soup. Almost a good thing he didn't need it.
Gongora, what is the meaning of this?
There are those who do not wish the monarchy restored to power.
She like passed out. I think I'd pass out too. That'd be a little mind
With
blowing.
all due respect, while some fools completely support our current republic, there are also those who long to restore a powerful monarchy. Regardless of what your highness may desire, our country struggles with two political forces, the past and the present. You must be aware of this. Fortunately, I was able to sense your danger through magic energy. Even though
And he's gonna go back to kissing
I am under
ass.
house arrest,
And this is
I
kind
cannot
of
allow you to be harmed.
his way of trying to convince
There are many
Tolton to
ways I
become
can secretly
the
move
next
from my manor
king.
to yours, your highness.
But if Roxian knew you had been out of your home, you would be subject to even tighter restrictions.
I can look after myself.
I, however, cannot. Had you not come, I would have ended up like that mouse.
You can always rely on me, your highness.
Thank you, Gongora. Thank you.
And once that's done, you'll actually see something that, well, kind of fixes any suspicions you have on Gongora's character if you haven't already kind of figured it out.
I'll be in touch when the time comes.
Gongora's not really up to any good, obviously, so that's kind of a key turning point in the story. So if you haven't figured it out, he's not doing any of this for good. Anyways, we're going to continue up the northern ridge here, and you'll notice that Kaim's kind of walking really slowly. You can't help that, so just try to ignore it. When you get a little ways up here, about halfway up the mountain, Kaim will also get another dream revealed to him, which, again, I'm going to put in another video. We're getting a pretty good collection of dreams at this point, actually. And that one's the upstreamers, which is kind of appropriate because we're fighting a upstream of rain. We're not quite a fish swimming, but you know. So you just have to kind of slowly walk up here, which can seem a little painful, but in due time it'll be over with. And there's a few rocks to get on this path, which is what I was looking for. There's a total of 3 rocks. And we've knocked over the first one. And it looks like that there's the second one. And then there's our third one. And we're also back to normal walking speed, so that's awesome. So let's finally get out of the rain. And I'm just going to make some preparations for an upcoming boss battle. On Jansen, I'm going to put surge glasses so that I can see the HP of the enemy, which is going to become in really big handy. And on either Kaim or Seth, I would suggest having the skill Factual Analysis, which will reveal the type or element of the enemy. And that comes into play for Jansen's sake so that he can cast the appropriate magic spell against the enemy. Alright. So once you get to the top of the mountain, you'll find it has a very, very beautiful view. And Jansen's pooped right out. That'd be like me. I would be the one
That's nasty.
complaining.
Cover your mouth.
Ooh, I'm freezing here. Hey, turn around. Whoa, what a view.
And there's Grandstaff,
Whoa, what is that?
The Grand Staff.
which is where we're supposed to be going, but we're just getting a little sidetracked here.
That light has got to be magic energy. The staff must be leaking.
I've seen that.
It looks
I've
very
seen
pretty
that
though,
somewhere.
just kind of
Seen it?
sitting there all on its
Where?
own. I love Kaim's eyes. They're so pretty. I love it, like any game that does a really nice close eye shot. I just think it's such a nice moment. And we get male nudity! No, not quite. But Kaim somehow ended up naked near Grandstaff, which raises all sorts of questions, but he won't fully remember, so we'll never know the story. It's not like he got drunk and blacked out, I don't think.
I don't remember.
Ooh, deja vu. Or maybe your memory's coming back. No. Maybe what you've forgotten you're remembering. What? Well, excuse me for helping. You are such a pain. Okay, fine. Look at the view. I'm gonna go ahead and fix everything. You just talk amongst yourselves.
You really seen this before?
Alright, we're sick of looking at Grandstaff. Let's go.
Just what I said. Do you feel like you've seen this before?
What's with you?
Just trying to be a friend.
Don't look at me like that again.
But I thought you...
He's like, don't ever look at me again.
Hey. All right, come on, you two. I thought we were gonna rush.
And then it breaks the ice of awkwardness with a giant enemy coming in. And this is our first boss of the game. Now, this battle is really hard. Well, not really hard, but it can be quite difficult if you're at a regular level in this game. I am not, however. I'm level 50 with 2 characters, and I will be able to take this boss out in 2 turns. So with that, I'm going to be posting just a strategy on the bottom, and I'll also link the guide. So it has 1,600 HP, and its attribute is wind, so you're going to want to go with something that is weak to wind. I've chosen ground for Jansen, but Kaim and Seth are going to do the majority of the damage, and Jansen's just going to finish off. The enemy regularly, I'll just try to squeeze this in before I finish him off, can poison you. It's got very high attack, and it'll take you a few turns to defeat regularly, so I'm just gonna have them all attack him and finish it off. So just look at the strategy below if you're having troubles figuring that boss out. But for me that was pretty easy, and we get a slot seed from that enemy. I'll be going on about slot seeds later on in the video here. But woohoo! Still get that beautiful view.
We did it!
How can you be so comfortable? I almost got eaten alive.
I think it'd be an improvement if you got eaten a little. You'd talk less.
They're just going at it. They kind of remind me of Crocell and Judo a little bit, going back to the days of Magna Carta. And now we can finally actually move on, but I'm going to save moving on for the next video, I think. I'm just going to make a quick save here, and we're just going to continue on all the way through the mountains, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.